Hi, families. Mrs. Schuler here. Happy second week of school. I hope you guys have had a wonderful beginning to your school year. I hope everyone is well. I wanted to pop in tonight just to go ahead and go over a couple of big things that are new in our classroom. So, tonight, when your child gets home, you are going to notice that they have two new things inside of their backpack. The first thing that you're going to notice that is inside of their backpack is your child's green homework folder. This is what their homework folder will look like. Their name will be on top. This is their homework label. And then there's going to be plenty of things on the inside of your child's homework folder that we will go ahead and discuss. So the first thing that's going to be inside of your child's homework folder that I know is not in here is going to be reference sheets or practice sheets that are going to be stuck in the middle of their folder. So like in the middle right here, and I've already snapped them in so they do not need to come out. These reference sheets, or what we like to call practice sheets, are just simply that. They are sheets that third grade has put inside of our homework folders just in case your child needs a little additional extra support with getting their homework done. There's language arts practice sheets and there's math practice sheets. So these sheets are all about the things that we're going to be teaching. If your child needs them, we do encourage that they go through them and they use them. The only thing I ask is that the practice sheets that are in the middle of your child's homework folder, I'm asking that you please keep them where they are. Do not take them out because if we take them out, we don't want them getting lost. The second thing that you're going to find in your child's homework folder is going to be right here on the side pocket. This is where their homework is going to go each week. So for example, this week, your child is going home with a story and they're going home with 2 math pages. So just like this on the side pocket, this is where that homework is going to be placed. I will place homework in everybody's folder on Monday mornings. So when your child walks into class on Monday morning, this folder will be at their desk ready for them. Everything they need will be inside of it, including anything extra that I might need to send home. Heaven forbid we have something time sensitive. I can also send it here in the homework folder for you guys to check throughout the week. The homework that goes home each week, okay? And parents, I do want to go ahead and just let you know that my philosophy with homework is simple. I do not want to take your child's whole night from them. I don't think that's fair. They're children. They deserve to be able to go to extracurricular sports. They deserve to be able to have movie nights. They deserve to be able to play with their family. So as far as homework goes in our class, I'm not going to overload them. That is not the purpose of homework. Homework in here is for simply practice, okay? Yes, I am taking it as a grade. I do expect that our children work hard and they give their homework their absolute best, just like everything else in here, since homework is part of our quarterly report card. However, I don't plan on sending home a ton of homework each week for your child to need to do. So, for example, this week, okay, they have a story. It's a 1-page story that they're going to read. They need to be reading this on their own. And then there's questions in the back. The questions are not hard though. So mom and dad, I want you to look carefully because you're going to see there's questions in boxes and then there's days for days of the week on top. We're going to go over that in just a second. And then they have math homework. They're going to vary, okay? So math homework is going to vary. They may come home with 2 sheets a week. They may come home with 3 sheets a week. It really just depends on the skills that we're currently teaching and learning in class. So, additionally, next to your child's homework folder, you're also going to find in their backpack their new agendas. I know a lot of our friends did agendas in 2nd grade. Not much is going to change from 2nd grade to 3rd grade, but let's go over it. So in their agenda this week, okay, you're going to see that your child has officially actually filled out their agenda the way that I expect them to. And so we're going to be using the reading portion of our agenda and the math portion of our agenda mostly. If there's something extra that I need to send home or an additional announcement, you will see it in the agenda more down here on the bottom, okay? But the goal is for your child to use their agenda as independently as possible. So this is like what we call in our class our homework guide. So for example, on Monday, which is today, Your child wrote the story for the week, and the story for the week is not going to change. But then underneath, they wrote the word of the week. So Monday, then Tuesday, then Wednesday. The reason they did that is because when your child goes into their story each week, we're going to go ahead and we're going to find that we have questions on the back of our story. If you look carefully, though, the questions also have the day of the week. So your child does not have to fill in or answer all these questions on Monday night. No, that's not our goal. Our goal is to, yes, build comprehension, but also to build readers' fluency. So the more your child reads these stories, the better we're going to be, or the more fluent we're going to be as readers. So they'll read the story on Monday, and then all they have to do Monday is answer the first 3 questions in the Monday box. That's it. Tuesday, same thing. Come down to Tuesday, answer the questions for Tuesday. That's it. And you'll do the same for Wednesday and Thursday. That's simple. It does not have to be hard. Okay? Additionally, you're going to see, let's go to Monday, that in math, the math that I want them to do each night is going to change. So tonight, I want them doing Math iReady, and I gave them the expectation of 20 minutes. Your child does know how to log into iReady because we did that today, and everyone in our class has the password PINK, all lowercase, P-I-N-K. So if they can't log in from home, that is our password. If you look at Tuesday I'm expecting them to actually do their math practice pages, which would be this page right here, 1.1. They're going to do the front, and they're going to do the back. If your child struggles with a question, please do not hesitate to circle the question, because that allows me to go over it with your child if they really don't understand. But more importantly, I want to bring you down to the assessment practice down here at the very back of each page. I want you to make sure that throughout the week your child is really digging deep and trying hard to answer these questions, because these questions match the assessment that they're going to be taking this year throughout the year. If we keep going, you're going to see Wednesday, math changed again, more iReady math. And then Thursday, that's when they'll do their next additional page, their math page. So again, parents, the goal is not to overload them. It's just to make sure that they have structure and expectations of what I need them to do each week for homework. The very last thing that I want to go ahead and discuss with you is Friday. I know there's nothing here in Friday because I do not give homework on Fridays. However, Thursday night when your child is done with their weekly homework, I am asking that you review their homework with them, help them if need be. Do not give them answers, but yes, we encourage you to help. And then right here in this gray box on Friday, please sign your name. The signature that you provide your child is going to A, get them Cafe Cash towards Fun Friday every week, because they went ahead and they've earned that based on the expectations that I put in place, and it allows me to see that you are there helping your child. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, I encourage you to reach out. Have a great one.